Duta Besar Amerika Syarikat ke Pertubuhan Perjanjian Atlantik Utara NATO, Whitaker berkata China mempunyai kuasa untuk menghentikan perang Rusia-Ukraine serta merta. Whitaker mendakwa China memacu usaha perang Rusia melalui pembelian minyak dan gas serta penjualan teknologi guna yang boleh digunakan Moskow. Justru, beliau berkata masyarakat antarabangsa mempunyai banyak ruang untuk meningkatkan tekanan terhadap Beijing agar menghentikan sokongan tersebut.
This war has to end. This slaughter has to end. It's almost incomprehensible, the loss of life and the suffering that the Ukrainians are going through, especially as Russia attacks, their energy infrastructure. I mean, it is horrible what is happening. The global world needs to stand up. But this war is being completely enabled by China, and China could call Vladimir Putin and end this war tomorrow and cut off his dual-purpose technologies that they're selling. China could stop buying Russian oil and gas. There are lots of opportunities for the world to put pressure on China. Any deal has, and this is something we agree on, has to be an agreement between not only the Russians, but the Ukrainians. And it has to be a deal that's acceptable to them. And, my biggest fear is that the Ukrainians, I think, are willing to make a deal right now that's reasonable, that under the circumstances would be fair. There's really no fair deal here because, again, Russia invaded Ukraine and has been, executing this attritional war. But I just am not convinced that ultimately the Russians are ready to make a deal or ever will be able to make a deal. But I do pray for peace because this war needs to end. It's horrific. We see it every day, and it has to end. And President Trump is going to use everything he possibly can to continue until it's either possible or impossible.